Let's pick up a block. And just to strengthen the pectoralis muscles here, pec major, that helps us to bring the arms in. You take a block, easier to go wider than it is to go narrower. You'll probably have to put it in your lap for a second and squeeze the block with your arms, okay? So you squeeze the block like this, and the palms are facing forward. You're externally rotating the arms. Your pectoralis muscles are engaged. And then you can sit a little bit, but don't put the block in your lap like this. Just sit like you're in a chair pose, like so, rounding the back and squeezing the elbows in, okay? Obviously, your biceps don't really have to work much, a little bit to stop this block from falling. As far as straightening the elbows, you're keeping the elbows bent. So there's a little bicep activation, but a lot of external rotation of the upper arms. That's the rotator cuff muscles and the pectoralis major, keeping the elbows squeezing in the block. Whew, okay. Here's what we're gonna do just at a wall, just to get the basic feeling and shape of the pose. Squeeze the arms in, fingers point down, grip the wall, and round the upper back. Now this is the body position. For many of you, you're gonna see that it's hard to keep the elbows in with your hands back like that and your upper back rounded. Now try to press the feet down into the ground and almost drag them back until you feel your buttock muscles engage. And then bring the head back a little bit and look at the wall. Fingers are gripping the wall. Your feet are pressing down and pressing back behind you like you're trying to pull back, like you're scraping your feet on a rug. So you get your glutes engaged. Your upper back is rounded. Elbows squeezing in, fingers gripping the ground. And now add the bicep action, like you're trying to pull the wall upward. Pull up with your hands, like you're trying to drag the paint on the wall up to the ceiling. Okay, that's the action. You should be able to feel that in your biceps and of course your deltoids when you really try to pull, you're trying to pull the wall upward to the ceiling. That's gonna get that action. Let's go on our backs now, like most of our arm balances. Let's try to learn this while being on our back. The arms externally rotate and bring the elbows in, and then bring the elbows straight down. So we have these bent elbows resting on the rib cage. Extend the wrist, of course, and move the hands back a little bit behind you so that you're not in a 45-degree angle with the arms, but more on that more open angle. Okay, with that, let's do press the heels down into the ground and activate the buttocks and hamstrings, and then do a sit-up so that your upper body is rounded and you're still pressing the heels down into the ground, activating your glutes and hamstrings, pressing down through the heels, rounding the upper back, doing a sit-up, and then lower the head a little bit without changing the sit-up of the spine. Turn the hands around, of course, as much as you can by rotating the arms out. And same idea, I round the upper back to get my elbows as close to the abdomen as possible. Extend one leg and then the other. Now you might stay here or try to lean forward a couple times. Lean forward. As you lean forward and get out of the wrist flexion and extension and out of the elbow flexion, you'll then start to feel that your feet will get lighter. And then of course, your butt muscles, your hamstrings, as we talked about, will take you up the rest of the way.